Hey guys, what is up? And welcome to another Let's Watch. And tonight we have the finale of Chapter 1 of RWBY. Did I say Chapter 1? I meant Volume 1 of RWBY. I get these volumes and chapters mixed up because I'm usually, most of my reactions, most series that I do, it's season and episode, not volume and chapter. So bear with me here. Anyways, we have 15 and 16 here. 15 entitled The Stray, and 16 entitled Black and White. So that's interesting because I don't know, I'm not really sure what The Stray would be, but Black and White, not only is it two colors in the RWBY, in the name, but it's also there's also the White Fang. We've heard of them. So there's that color going on, and so there may be something. I may have missed it earlier in the season. There may be a black something as well, another faction. So, anyways, enough guessing for me. Let's just jump right into it. I have 15 pulled up here, so let's see how it goes. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play. This will be the day we've waited for. This will be the day we open up the door. Here at Solution, hope you're ready for revolution. Welcome to a world of new solutions. Welcome to a world of bloody evolution. In time, to help open minds. The story will be told. It's victory, it's a simple song. By the way, I learned the intro. Anyways, here we go. Welcome to Vale.
Okay. The Vital Festival! Oh, this is absolutely wonderful!
I don't think I've ever seen you smile this much, Weiss.
I can't remember. Is Vale the country?
How could you not smile? A festival dedicated to the cultures of the world. There will be dances, parades, a tournament. Oh, the amount of planning and organization that goes into this event is simply breathtaking.
You really know how to take a good thing and make it sound boring.
Quiet, you.
Really?
Remind me again why we're spending
I think
our
that's
Friday
completely legit.
visiting the stupid docks.
Thing to appreciate.
They smell like fish. I've heard that students visiting from Vacua will be arriving by ship today. And as a representative of Beacon, I feel as though it is my solemn duty to welcome them to this fine kingdom.
Okay.
She wants to spy on them so she'll have the upper hand in the tournament.
You can't prove that.
You know what?
Whoa.
You gotta study your opponent. What do we have here? This looks sketchy.
What happened here?
Robbery. Second dust shop to be hit this week. This place is turning into a jungle.
Ugh, that's terrible.
They left all the money again.
Huh?
Yeah, it just doesn't make a lick of sense. Who needs that much dust?
I don't know. An army?
You thinking the White Fang?
Yeah, I'm thinking we don't
If
get
you play
paid.
Pokemon Go, you know how important dust is.
The White Fang. What an awful bunch of
Okay,
degenerates.
so there we got the White Fang.
What's your problem?
My problem? I simply don't care for the criminally insane.
The White Fang is hardly a bunch of psychopaths. They're a collection of misguided faunists.
Misguided? They want to wipe humanity off the face of the planet.
So then they're very misguided.
Seems pretty misguided.
Either way, it doesn't explain why they would rob a dust shop in the middle of downtown Vale.
Blake's got a point. Besides, the police never caught that Torchwick guy I ran into a few months ago. Maybe it was him.
That still doesn't change the fact that the White Fang are a bunch of scum. Those faunists only know how to lie, cheat, and steal.
That's not necessarily
Let's
true.
Hey, stop that fire!
let's work on fact and not opinion.
Thanks
Nice
for the
tail.
ride, guys.
It's like Zidane from Final Fantasy IX.
You no good stowaway.
Hey, a no good stowaway would have been caught. I'm a great stowaway.
Hope he's not as good a fighter.
Hey, get down from there this instant.
Oh, let go before the blood rushes to your head. Shadow people? Are you gonna let him get away, or
What?
Well, Weiss, you wanted to see the competition, and there it goes.
Quick! We have to observe him!
Okay. She still has some loyalty to the White Fang, doesn't she? Blake, I mean. Oh. Need traffic lights around those corners.
No, he got away!
Weiss?
Yeah.
Salutations! Hello.
That collision didn't seem to bother her at all.
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking.
That seems
Do
sarcastic.
you want to get
But with
up?
her, I can't really be sure.
Yes. My name is Penny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Penny. I'm Ruby.
I'm Weiss.
Blake.
Are you sure you didn't hit your head?
Wait, that's
Oh, I'm Yang.
that's
It's
not
a pleasure to meet you.
You already
that's not who I
said
thought
that.
it was.
So I did.
Well, sorry for running into you.
Take care, friend.
She seems robotic, doesn't she?
She was weird.
Now, where did that faunus riffraff run off to?
Yeah, there's something
What did you call me?
sketchy.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I definitely didn't
How did
think
you get
hurt
there?
me.
No, not you. You.
Me? I don't know.
You called me friend. Am I really your friend?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Ixnay on the end fray.
Sensational. We can paint our nails and try on clothes and talk about cute boys. Oh, is this what it was like
that-
when you met me?
Is that what friends
She
do?
seems far more coordinated.
So, what are you doing in Vale?
I'm here to fight in the tournament.
Wait, you're fighting in the tournament?
I'm combat ready.
Forgive me, but you hardly look the part.
Says the girl wearing a dress.
It's a combat skirt.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruby agrees.
Wait a minute. If you're here for the tournament, does that mean you know that monkey-tailed rapscallion?
The who?
The filthy faunus from the boat!
Why
Nice.
do you keep saying that?
Nice sketch.
Huh?
Stop calling him a rapscallion. Stop calling him a degenerate. He's a person.
Stop defending the White
I'm
Fang before
sorry.
I start
Would you
getting
like me to
suspicious
stop
of you,
referring
Blake.
to the trash can as a trash can? Or this lamppost as a lamppost?
Stop it!
Stop what? He clearly broke the law. Give him time. He'll probably join up with those other faunus in the White Fang.
Ugh, you ignorant little brat!
How dare you talk to me like that? I am your teammate.
You are a judgmental little girl.
What in the world makes you say that?
The mere fact
I
that you
think
would
we
sort
should
that
probably
honest boy with
go.
the terrorist group?
Where
Or
are we going?
possibly break
She
them
thinks
up.
you just as much of a scoundrel as you believe him to be.
So you admit it. The White Fang is just a radical group of terrorists.
They're both right.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
I don't understand why this is causing such a problem.
That is the problem.
You realize you're defending an organization that hates humanity, don't you? The faunus of the White Fang are pure evil.
There's no such thing as pure evil. Why do you think they hate humanity so much? It's because of people like Cardin, people like you, that force the White Fang to take
They're
such
both
drastic
right.
measures.
People like me?
You're discriminatory.
I'm a victim. You want to know why I despise the White Fang? Why I don't
But-
particularly trust the faunus? It's because they've been at war with my family for years.
If I had to side, I'd have to side
as an
slightly
actual
with
blood
Weiss
fang.
here, because
My grandfather's company has had a target painted across its back for as long as I can
they
remember.
are committing
And
criminal
ever
acts.
since I was a child, I've watched family friends disappear, board members executed, an entire train car full of dust stolen. And every day, my father would come home furious. And that made for a very difficult childhood.
Yeah.
Weiss,
No! You want to know why I despise the White Fang? It's because they're a bunch of liars, thieves, and murderers.
Well, maybe we were just tired of being pushed around.
Mm-hmm.
I...
Listen,
Come back!
Listen, Blake, even if you have loyalty there, even if you have friends there, you cannot deny that they're breaking the law. You cannot deny that they're hurting people. Doesn't matter why. So you can't attack Weiss. Even though she's being a little brash about it, you can't attack her. Even though you're somewhat right that she shouldn't be so harsh. Right at, just... But, point Weiss by a very narrow margin.
I knew you would look better without the bow.
But, let's see. I mean, maybe they're justified somehow.
Oh. She's been gone all weekend.
Blake's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself.
Weiss, come
She
on.
can,
She's one of
but-
our teammates.
Is she? We all heard what she said.
Weiss.
Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Either way, she's missing, and we need to find her.
A member of the White Fang, right underneath our noses.
I just hope she's okay.
We do need to listen to her side of the story.
So,
But,
you want to know more about me?
you gotta calm down. Alright, so... Alright. So, not much to say in between. Okay. Not much to say in between episodes here. Nothing to say that I didn't say during the episode. If Blake is a member of the White Fang, if she has loyalty to them, you can understand maybe her getting a little, it being hard to listen to for somebody else to just trash them like that. But at the same time, I feel like Blake should be smart enough to understand that people are getting hurt. And so if you're not in the gang, if you're not in that faction, and you're one of the people being hurt by that faction, their viewpoint, you should expect that their viewpoint is going to be negative. So, Weiss needs to calm the fuck down, but Blake does too. Blake needs to go ahead and acknowledge that, yeah, things aren't good, that we're doing things that are not good, but here's why. Here's what's going on. That's what needs to happen. So, yeah, they're both right and they're both wrong. So let's move on to episode 16. And this will be the final episode. This will be the final episode of Volume 1. So I'm expecting a finale, a closure here. All right, got it up. Let me get it wound to the beginning. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play.
This'll be the day we waited for. This'll be the day we open up the doors. Are we ready for revolution? Welcome to a world of evolution. Welcome to a world of bloody evolution. In time, we hope open mind. The story will be told. It's victory.
All right, never did nail it, but
Finally, she's.
I was hoping I would.
Nearly
You
2
know, the
days
last
and
time
you're
I'm gonna
giving me
hear it.
nothing but small talk and weird looks.
at least in a blind reaction.
Yeah, like that.
Son, are you familiar with the White Fang?
Of course. I don't think there's a faunus on the planet who hasn't heard of them. Stupid, holier-than-thou creeps that use force to get whatever they want. Bunch of freaks, if you ask me.
I was once a member of the White Fang.
Wait a minute, you were a member of the White Fang?
That's right. I was a member for most of my life, actually. You could almost say I was born into it.
Back then, things were
Alright.
different. In the ashes of war, the White Fang was meant to be a symbol of peace and unity between humans and the Faunus.
You should be
Of
telling
course,
this to Weiss.
Despite being promised equality, the Faunus were subjected to discrimination and hate. Humanity still thought of us as lesser beings, and so the White Fang rose up as our voice of our people. And I was there. I was at the front of every rally. I took part in every boycott, and I actually thought we were making a difference. But I was just a youthful optimist. Then, 5 years ago, our leader stepped down, and a new one took his place. A new leader with a new way of thinking. Suddenly, our
You know,
peaceful
that flag
protests
should
were
have been
being
your
replaced
first
with organized
clue
attacks.
that...
We were setting fire to shops that refused to serve us, hijacking cargo from companies that used Faunus labor. And the worst part was, it was working. We were being treated like equals, but not out of respect.
Out of fear.
Out of fear.
That flag should have been your first
So,
clue that
I left.
things were about to get
I
sketchy.
decided I no longer wanted to use my skills to aid in their violence, and instead I would dedicate my life to becoming a huntress. So here I am, a criminal hiding in plain view, all with the help of a little black bow.
So,
What's the secret to
have
that
you
bow?
told your friends any of this?
You're about to have to.
Blake!
Blake! Where are you?
Blake!
Weiss, they're not helping. Oh, you know who might be able to help? The police. Ugh, Weiss.
All
That was
right.
just an idea. Yeah, bad one.
Weiss,
All
I
right,
think
Weiss,
we should hear
you're
her side
you're
of the story
losing.
before we jump to any conclusions.
Yes, you're losing
I
my
think
support.
when we hear it, you'll all realize I was right.
And I think Weiss's hair looks wonderful today.
Ah, Penny, where did
I'm
you
also
come
not.
from? Hey,
I also
guys,
don't completely
what are
trust
you up
Penny
to?
here.
We're looking
Something
for our
really
friend
weird about
Blake.
her.
Oh, you mean the Faunus girl?
Something very off about her.
Wait, how did you know that?
The cat ears?
What cat ears? She wears a bow.
Uh-huh.
She does like tuna a lot.
So, where is she?
We don't know. She's been missing since Friday.
That's terrible. Well, don't you worry, Ruby, my friend. I won't rest until we find your teammate.
That's really nice of you, Penny.
That is,
but we're
that-
okay.
that is encouraging,
Really.
but...
Right, guys?
Oh, come on.
It sure is windy today.
It is, isn't it?
So, what's the plan now?
Right on cue, as a matter of
I
fact.
still don't believe the White Fang is behind these robberies. They've never needed that much dust before.
What if they did? I mean, the only way to prove that they didn't do it is to go to the place where they would most likely go to if they were to do it and not find them there,
Yeah.
right?
The only thing is, I have no idea where that would be.
Well, while I was on the ship, I heard some guys talking about offloading a huge shipment of dust coming in from Atlas.
How huge?
Huge. Big Shinny Company freighter.
You're sure?
Thanks anyways. This is hopeless.
Why did you
Really
leave
don't care if we
Ruby?
find her, do you?
Don't be stupid. Of course I do. I'm just afraid of what she'll say when we find her. The innocent never run, Yang.
You're afraid you're gonna have to eat your words.
So, Blake is your friend,
Yes, Penny.
but you're mad at her?
Yes. Well, I'm not. Weiss is.
Is she friends with Blake?
Well, that's kind of up in the air right now.
But why?
Well, you see, Blake might not be who we thought she was.
Is she a man?
No, Penny. I don't know what she is. She didn't exactly talk to us before she decided to run off.
I don't have a lot of friends, but if I did, I would want them to talk to me about things.
Me too.
That's fair.
Did I miss anything?
Not really. They've offloaded all the crates from the boat. Now they're just sitting there.
Cool. I stole you some food.
Do you always break the law without a second thought?
Hey, weren't you in a cult or something? Okay,
Blake,
too
the
soon.
longer you... Blake, the longer you stay away from your friends, the more of a rift you're creating.
Oh no.
But I can see
that them?
why.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's them.
I can see why you're doing it.
All right, grab the tow cables.
You really didn't think they were behind it, did you?
No, I think deep down I knew. I just didn't want to be right.
Hey!
Yeah.
What's the holdup?
We're not exactly the most inconspicuous bunch of thieves at the moment.
Yeah, this guy.
So, why don't you animals try to pick up the pace?
This isn't right. The White Fang would never work with a human, especially not one like that.
Hey, what
Hey,
are
you can't just rush in there like that.
No, you idiot. This isn't a leash? What the? Oh, for
Nobody move.
Whoa! Take it easy there, little lady.
Brothers of the White Fang, why are you aiding this scum?
Oh, kid. Didn't you get the memo?
What are you talking about?
The White Fang and I are going in on a joint business venture together.
Tell me what it is, or I'll put an end to your little operation.
I wouldn't exactly call it a little operation.
You really shouldn't have given yourself up.
Oh no.
Well, see how you missed that giant ship coming in. But heard the gunshots.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
You and your banana peels.
Leave her alone.
You are not the brightest banana in the bunch, are you, kid?
Well, let's see. I mean, seems to be handling himself okay, considering there's like a dozen of them. Good luck. This guy seems invincible. Just saying. Except for the one time that he wasn't and RWBY let him turn around. Definitely don't finish him. Pull up.
Hey!
Oh, hello, Red. Isn't it past your bedtime?
Ruby, are these people your friends?
Penny,
Nope.
get back!
Ah, you can't turn your back. See, that's what you do when someone turns their back.
Penny, wait! Stop!
It's what you should have done in the first episode.
Don't worry, Ruby. I'm combat ready.
All right, let's see what Penny is all about. I know she's bad news. I can tell by the way she acts, but. Yeah, reinforcements have arrived. Nice. Now that's impressive, but you're about to create a crash in the middle of a city.
Whoa, how is she doing that?
That's a good question. I hate to break it to Weiss right about now, but I don't think she can. I don't think she can contend with that.
These kids just keep getting weirder.
Well, the one guy that mattered got away.
Look, Weiss, it's not what you think. She explained the whole thing. You see, she doesn't actually wear a bow. She has kitty ears, and they're actually kind of cute.
Weiss, I want you to know that I'm no longer associated with the White Fang. Back when I was with...
Stop. Do you have any idea of how long we've been searching for you?
It's your fault.
12 hours.
It's your
That means
fault.
I've had 12 hours to think about this. And in that 12 hours, I've decided
That everything's okay.
I don't care.
You don't care?
You said you're not one of them anymore, right?
No, I haven't been since I was younger.
I don't want to hear it. All I want to know is that the next time something this big comes up, you'll come to your teammates and not someone else.
It is your fault, Weiss. It is your fault she did what she did.
Of course.
Yeah, Team RWBY is back together! I'm still not quite sure how I feel about you.
Yeah, you'll get over it.
Hey, wait a minute.
Where's
Where's
Penny?
Penny?
Yeah.
You should know better than to go running around in a strange city.
I know, sir.
Penny, your time will come.
Alright, who's your boss? Oh. Okay. I wasn't expecting him. Somebody told me that these credits were crazy long at the end of the volumes. Okay. Alright. So, drama aside, let's reflect a little bit on what we've seen. So, the White Fang was they weren't originally a criminal organization. They were a group of faunists, and we haven't completely and totally learned what faunists are, but it reminds me of, if any of you played Tales of the Abyss, there was an ambience, there was an element, called phones, people that could control them. People controlled them to manifest powers. So I wonder if this is something similar to that. That would explain why they were discriminated against by non-faunists, right? Because they had something that the normal humans didn't. So they turned to fear tactics to even things out, to make themselves be respected again. That's kind of what I got out of that. And so the White Fang is a group of faunists, which we're not quite sure what they are yet, but I think that will become more clear as time goes on. And now with their new leader, they've become violent. They've become criminal, whereas they weren't before, owing to Blake's conflict. And there's a cutscene. Hang on. Let's turn this back up. Alright, there's this guy that I cannot remember your name for the life
very
of me.
disappointing, Roman.
Whoa! I wasn't expecting to see you guys so soon.
Roman?
We were expecting more from you.
Hey, you were the ones who suggested working with those stupid mutts from the White Fang.
And you will continue to do so. We have big plans for you, Roman. All we ask is a little cooperation.
Okay. Okay, so, yeah. So I was correct in assuming that the White Fang weren't completely behind it, but they were working for the person who was behind it. They were being used, probably, by the person behind it. What I didn't expect is that Roman himself is being used, so there's an even higher up. And we still don't know what it's all about. It's still kind of a mystery what the whole big plot, the whole big scheme is. So it did bring closure to the volume. but it left a lot of questions. Left a lot of questions unanswered. So, be looking forward to getting into Volume 2. So that will be soon. I do have a fairly busy week coming up. I may be able to get to some of this on Monday and Tuesday, but after that, after Tuesday, I'm going to be tied up until next week. And so probably will not get very far into Volume 2 before that happens, but I will do as much as I can, and then, I'll do what I can, and then we'll be back into it next week. So that's kind of where I'm at on that, and that will be the end of this video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I'm getting better at it. Bear with me, But if you did like it, go ahead and leave a like and maybe subscribe, because I'm erratic. I'm not regular about doing reactions, but I do do a lot of reactions. So if you want to check out some of my other stuff, that'd be great. Or if you want to just keep waiting around for RWBY reactions, I feel pretty confident that they're going to continue to come. So yeah, till I see you again, I'm Stick Boy, and see you later.